Hey everyone, what happens when you mash up the chaotic freedom of a roguelike with crafting, survival, and a world that feels like it's got a pulse? You get ELIN, Eternal League of Nephia, a game that's been devouring my free time since it dropped last year in 2024. I'm Moikapy, and today we're diving into this sandbox RPG that's technically still in early access, but already bursting with wild potential. If you've ever played Alona, it's a cult classic predecessor. You might know what's coming, but Ellen's got its own flavor. In this review, I'll break down what works, what doesn't, and whether you should jump in right now. So grab your mutant snail companion and let's get started. So what's Ellen? It's a sandbox RPG that hit Steam early access November 1st, 2024. Developed by La Frontier, aka Solo Dev Noah, the mastermind behind Alona, set 30 years before Alona in the world of Yova. It's less of a pure roguelike and more of a chaotic blend of survival, crafting, and base building with the signature Alona weirdness. Think Alona, but with a modern twist. Let's talk gameplay. You start with character creation and selecting your oath, which doubles as your difficulty. You've got races from humans to fairies to literal snails, and classes like warriors or bards who play panties as instruments. Yeah, that's this kind of game. From there, you're dropped into an open world packed with procedural dungeons called Nephia, bustling towns, and random chaos around every corner. Combat's turn-based with roguelike roots. Think permadeath if you're brave. But there's more. You've got survival mechanics like hunger, so you're chopping trees and hunting for food. Crafting's huge. Forge weapons, brew potions, whatever. And then there's base building. You can slap together your own house, decorate it, and make it a hub. The freedom's insane. You can be a dungeon diving hero, a chill farmer, or just mess around with pets like a slime that eats your loot. Oh, and there's this shadow multiplayer thing where you can see echoes of other players' worlds. Not real time, but it's a cool touch. So what's Ellen nailing right now? First off, it's addictive. The way survival, crafting, and combat tie together is pure catnip for sandbox fans. I started chopping trees for a shack, and a few hours later, I'm fighting liches and monsters with my companion. Time just vanishes. If you loved Alona, this scratches that itch, but feels fresher with a slicker UI and sharper visuals. The community vibe's stronger too. La Frontier's been pumping out updates since launch, like the V23.16 hotfix patch on 2024 of December that smoothed out some of the crafting bugs and replayability off the charts. Random dungeons, crazy events like getting stoned for bad music, and endless build options mean no two runs feel the same. In a sandbox where you're the architect of your own chaos, and that's magic. But it's not all sunshine and snail hugs. Ellen's still early access, and it shows. There are bugs, like my companion vanishing into the void, and balance issues like alchemy being way too grindy, considering it doesn't really exist right now. The tutorials have improved since November, but newcomers might still drown in the mechanics. I mean, I spent an hour figuring how to not starve, and I'm still not sure what half the stats do without a wiki. The survival busy work, chopping, gathering, eating, can slow the adventure down if you just want to explore. And performance, it's mostly solid, but I've hit a few lag spikes in busy towns, plus the multiplayer shadow feels bare bones. Cool idea, but it's not fleshed out yet, and it's still a diamond in the rough with emphasis on rough. Visually, Ellen's a treat. The pixel art is crisp and charming, like Alona. Got a glow up without losing its retro soul. Towns bustle, dungeons feel eerie, and character sprites have personality, even if my snail looks derpy. The world of Yova pops with a little detail, like Elia ruins hinting at the lore, and it's easy to get lost in the vibe. Sounds solid, but not mind-blowing. The soundtrack's atmospheric, with some jaunty tunes for towns and creepy drones in dungeons, though it feels a bit placeholdery. Early access vibe again, sound effects like clanging swords or chopping wood get the job done. It all ties into this living, breathable world that's equal parts cozy and chaotic. And there are still a lot of mods that you can kind of add in that allow you to have some crisper sounds and experiences when it comes to the visuals and the music. I know I use a few to spice up the character portraits when the base versions are not enough. So where's ELIN at in February 2025? 3 months post-launch. It's come a long way. Patches have fixed some bugs, and they made Smoothing Crafter. The core storyline is still trickling in, but the foundation's solid. The Frontier's roadmap promises big stuff. I hear Moongate travel between worlds or deeper multiplayer with polish over a 2-3 year early access run, of course. Is it worth it now? If you're an Alona fan and a roguelike nut or love sandbox freedom, absolutely dive in. If you're a casual or hate rough edges, maybe wait a year or more for more meat on the bones. It's a slow burn, but the potential is huge. Wrapping up, ELIN is a wild, ambitious sandbox RPG that's rough but brimming with heart. It's not perfect yet, but it's already a love letter to freedom in gaming. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for where it's at. Tons of fun, just needs polish. What do you think? Have you played ELIN? Drop your wildest stories in the comments. I want to hear about your panty pianist disasters. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe for more reviews, and check out ELIN on Steam if you're curious. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. Next up, I'm tackling the headliners, so stick around for that. See you in the next one.